Ladies and gents, thank you for joining me for another Kickstart the Week reaction on this channel. Today I want to react to a song by the band SCAR SYMMETRY. Now SCAR SYMMETRY comes from Sweden and they play the genre called melodic death metal. Sweden has some of the most famous melodic death metal bands in the world, and I believe a subgenre of the melodic death metal genre, or the genre itself, was born in Sweden in the city of Gothenburg, and it's called the Gothenburg metal, or as the Swedes say, Göteborg. So SCAR SYMMETRY are my personal favorite melodic death metal band, and their album Holographic Universe, their third album released in 2008, is my favorite melodic death metal album if I had to pick one. As I mentioned in previous videos, I'm not the biggest fan of death metal or melodic death metal. I prefer melodic death metal to normal death metal, but I'm starting to appreciate more death metal. Check out my other reactions, like the one from Blood Incantation, for example. I can appreciate melodic death metal, and I have a few favorite bands and albums. I'm familiar with Pitch Black Progress and Holographic Universe by SCAR SYMMETRY. However, I've not listened to their later albums that much, so I've briefly checked Dark Matter Dimensions, The Unseen Empire, and The Singularity Phase 1 New Humanity, but I can't say I remember any standout song from these albums. I'm sure there are some solid songs, so let me know in the comments below which songs from these albums are worth a listen and potentially worth a reaction. In this reaction, I want to check out the album The Singularity Phase 2 Xenotaph, which was released in 2023. It's their latest release, released 2 years ago, and I want to check out the song called Chrononautilus. I checked, so they have 2 singles released from this album. The first one was The Scorched Quadrant, which is track number 2, and then they released the second single, Chrononautilus, which is the opener track of the album. Now this album comes as a second part of the series of albums called The Singularity. It took the band almost 10 years, so 9 years. It took the band 9 years to release The Singularity Phase 2 Xenotaph, from which I'm gonna do a reaction to a song. That being said, it's also interesting to note that up until 2008, SCAR SYMMETRY had a very famous, or let's say, I'm not sure if it's not worldwide famous, but famous at least to underground and to fans, Christian Elvestam. And Christian had a really great voice and a phenomenal vocal delivery in clean and in growling vocals, which is a very unique thing in the metal world. You don't find a lot of vocalists that nail clean and growling vocals that good. So if you haven't checked out this band or the earlier albums, do check out Holographic Universe or Pitch Black Progress. You'll be in for a treat. As for the band lineup, we have Per Nilsson on guitars, who's the leader of the band and the original member. We have Lars Jonas Palmqvist on vocals, Robert Carlson on vocals, Stephen Platt on guitars and backing vocals, and Lawrence Dinamarca Fernandez on drums. So let's not delay and let's jump into Chrononautilus by SCAR SYMMETRY. You ready? I sure am. Whoa. Straight in your face. The guitars and SCAR SYMMETRY are really great. The solos into this. The drum part.
Side
Scar's solos are amazing. Okay, let me stop here for a second. Some things I want to point out, which are really impressive. So, as I said, I like Holographic Universe and Pitch Black Progress, and I don't remember the vocals on the next albums after the initial vocalist left. So, Christian. So, I'm really positively surprised that the two vocalists here, because they have two vocalists, one singing the clean and one singing the growling, and they really sound similar to him. Like, if I didn't know he left, I would probably know this is Scar Symmetry from the style of the vocals, the composition, the production, the guitar sound, the solos. So they did a good job in nailing that style. I'm not sure if they're doing it on purpose. They could be doing it on purpose to retain that sound and, retain the fan base. Or it's just a coincidence, like they found vocalists that have a similar growling and clean vocal styles. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below. I'm not that into the band. I don't know all the details about them, but this is what I noticed, and it's nice. Some might say it lacks the originality of the new singers, which might be true, but still it sounds good, and they're doing a good job to deliver that Scar Symmetry sound. And the solos are crazy. Per solos and riffs and guitars in general are crazy in a good way. So they're really good. So yeah, let's continue. This is nice. Is it about aliens? Okay, sorry to stop that solo, but I see aliens from the beginning, and the title Chrononautilus sounds like a beast or an alien. So let's see what the song is about. Spawned by newborn gods who view the flesh and bones as stepping stones towards greater deeds that lie in wait beyond. Endeavor to sever the binding ties that hold. A locust swarm beckons the invasion of the soul. This will inspire fear, yet they cower in vain. Their negation of elation so bizarre lead them to this light of ours. Behind the curtains that divide, this is the chorus, I believe, where he's singing the clean vocal. Behind the curtains that divide, they lead the masses to apparent light. Thoughts of concern never return. The Altergeist instated. What's the Altergeist? Pumped, pre-programmed thoughts, the saturated systems overthrown, an invasive creed that dictates choice for none. The dreaded embedded inside these programmed thoughts will focus the questions in direction of our cause. Okay. Interesting. They're talking about some species of aliens or, extraterrestrial beings that view flesh and bones as stepping stones, like the people as stepping stones. It seems they're saying like some negative things, but then some positive things. Like, this will inspire fear, yet they cower in vain. And then behind the curtains that divide, they lead the masses to apparent light. Thoughts of concern never return. It seems they have a story going on here or some concept, because these are two albums. And I didn't mention that at the beginning, but Scar Symmetry explore like space themes and sci-fi themes. So this fits into their style. But I'm not sure what exactly they're talking about here. Let me know in the comments below if you've studied the album more and this song. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let me go back to the solo. Nice acoustic passage. Great guitar sound. Some spaceship. Fate will favor those who choices transform fate. Really sounds like Christian. Impressive. Woo. Shit. Last piece. Yeah, this is drums are extremely fast. That riff. Oh. Whew. Man, this is a straight in your face song. Okay, okay. So what do I think of it? Up until that main guitar solo and then that face melting section, unbelievably chuggy, fast blast beats and everything. Up until that section, it was a decent song, but wasn't anything too special compared to their catalog. Like, it wasn't an above average song from their catalog. But that section was really nice. Like, that section only. However, I don't know. I'm not sure if this would make the playlist just because of that section. Again, it's a solid song. It has everything you want. That riff in the chorus, that first part of the chorus, he's playing such a cool riff. I cannot like analyze it on the spot at the moment because it seems to be a little bit technical, so it would need to take some time. That was really nice. And the solos throughout the song are amazing as usual. You can expect that from SCAR SYMMETRY. The vocals were impressive, that they really nailed the Christian Elvis Town vocals in growling and in clean especially. But I would say for now this is not playlist. It's bordering on being in the place because it has some interesting sections. Like that section was crazy. Let me listen to that section again. that's the best part of the song. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Do me a favor, if you're enjoying my content and my channel and my videos, please consider hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button and the bell to receive the notifications for any new videos released on this channel. Leave a comment of which songs you want me to react to from SCAR SYMMETRY or any other band or artist from any genre. And I'll see you in the next one.